a year ago, I never would have signed up to give a TED Talk. Not because I didn't want to, but because I didn't think I could. Not even close. Because in my mind, I wasn't confident enough. I'd probably mess up. And I didn't think I had anything important to say. But it went deeper than that. I remember thinking, what if I forget what to say? What if people are bored? What if I embarrass myself? I remember almost closing the sign up page and telling myself, this isn't for people like me. And honestly, the safest thing would have been to do nothing, to stay exactly where I was. There was a horizon in my head. People who give TED Talks and people like me. And I had already decided what side I was on. There was a line in my mind, a limit that felt real. And the strange thing is, it felt like something I couldn't cross. Kind of like this. Imagine you're standing on a beach. You're looking out at the ocean, at the horizon, and it looks like the edge of the world, a line where everything just stops. But here's the strange thing. If you sail towards it, it moves. No one in history has ever reached the horizon because it was never a boundary. It was an illusion. What looks like a limit is actually an invitation. But the most powerful horizons aren't out there in the distance. They're the ones we carry inside our minds. I call them invisible horizons. They're the limits our minds create about what we believe is possible for ourselves. They come from past experiences, fear of failure, and expectations from others, and the stories we repeat in our heads. And over time, they feel real, even when they aren't. As humans, we're constantly chasing goals. And when we fail at something that matters, we feel it. Frustration, embarrassment, doubt, and then something else happens. Our brain starts replaying the moment over and over and over. Psychologists call this rumination. It's like your mind gets stuck on a loop, reliving mistakes, exaggerating them, holding on to them. Let me show you what that looks like. Maybe you're in class. You raise your hand, you answer a question, and you get it wrong. At first, it's just a moment. But later that day, your brain replays it. They probably think I'm dumb. Then later, I always mess things up. And eventually, I'm just not smart enough. And slowly, that one moment stops being something that happened and becomes something you believe in. That's how invisible horizons are built. And that's exactly what was happening to me. That story that I kept repeating, that I wasn't confident enough, that I wasn't the kind of person who could do something like this. But something changed. Maybe it was curiosity. Maybe it was encouragement. Or maybe I just got tired of believing that story. There was a moment where I realized I had a choice. Stay comfortable or take a risk and feel uncomfortable. And I hesitated because signing up didn't guarantee success. It just guaranteed that I would have to face my fear. So I did something small. I signed up. And even after I signed up, the doubt didn't disappear. It was still there. Every time I practiced, every time I imagined standing on this stage, but I kept going. And what I realized was this. The hardest part wasn't the stage. It wasn't the audience. It was the belief I had about myself. The horizon wasn't in front of me. It was inside me. And the moment I challenged it, it moved. For decades, people believed something was impossible. Running a mile under 4 minutes. Doctors said it was dangerous. Some believed the human body couldn't survive it. That was the horizon. Then, in 1954, Roger Bannister ran a mile in 3 minutes and 59 seconds. He broke the barrier. But here's what's even more interesting. Just 45 days later, someone else did it. Within a year, multiple people had done it. Today, over 1,400 runners have broken the 4-minute mile. The human body didn't just suddenly evolve in 45 days. The belief did. The horizon moved. And this doesn't just happen in big moments. It happens in everyday life. Maybe you're trying out for a team and you don't make it. At first, it's just disappointment. But then your mind turns it into something else. I'm just not athletic. So the next time there's a tryout, you don't even show up. Maybe it's in sports. You miss one shot, and suddenly, I'm bad at this game. Maybe it's social. You say something awkward, and now, I'm not good with people. Or maybe it's in school. One bad test, and now you believe, I'm not a math person. We all have these, and most of the time, they don't come from reality. They come from one moment, one mistake, one failure, one experience we never let go of, and we turn it into a permanent limit. So how do you actually break your invisible horizon? Step 1, notice it. Pay attention to thoughts like, I can't. I'm just not that kind of person. That might be a horizon. Step 2, question it. Ask yourself, is this actually true? Or is this just something I've believed for so long that it feels true? Step 3, take one small step. You don't have to prove everything wrong overnight. Just go a little further than you did before. For me, that was just signing up. Not giving the talk, not being confident, just signing up. If speaking scares you, speak once. If you think you're bad at something, try again. Because horizons don't move all at once. They move when you move. Now, think about your own horizon. That thing you've been telling yourself you can't do. That line you haven't crossed. What if it's not actually the edge? What if it's just the place where you've stopped? Because here's the truth. Horizons don't disappear. They move when you move. So maybe the question isn't, where is my limit? Maybe it's, am I willing to take one step beyond? Thank you.